Welcome to the channel, people. And welcome to Watch Dogs Legion. Been waiting for this game to come out. As always, I'll be monitoring the channel. I mean, the comment section. Jeez, I just lost my train of thought. This is the third installment of the Watch Dogs series. It takes place in futuristic London, and we are DedSec is framed for a few bombings in the area. Anyway, let's begin. I have primitive on, I have a normal on. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Welcome to London. While this is downloading, can you believe that Cyberpunk got delayed again? And right before the release date. Anyway, let's begin. Ubisoft presents.
Ah, London. What a town. History around every corner, and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the Tube. The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Fucking hell.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am.
Ubisoft presents.
I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you hadn't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
Hey, before we do anything, I turn music off. No, let's keep it white, because you don't know when they're dead. Mark over enemy, keep it red. Rect size. Yeah, that's two ways well. Like stay the same. All that can just stay the same. Display. FDR. Range lighting. I don't have that feature. Motion blur. Accessible.
Menu narration off. Enable text to speech to allow voice narration of highlighted menu elements.
Okay. Okay. Wireless controller. Alright, I'm turning vibration off right now because I don't want to hold a controller that it's vibrating 24/7. Driver sensitivity, fine. Gameplay, primitives on, camera, melee, climbing. Stay the same. All this can stay the same. Okay, back in the game.
Perimeter security's back up. South entrance is secure.
Damn.
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
You got it right. Okay. So we're playing a James Bond ripoff. Speaking of James Bond, Sean Connery died yesterday. That was terrible to read.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
Walled over this. Okay.
Oh, come on, man.
They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. Now why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Interesting.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Huh. What was that? Okay, the camera. Well, now we're in the catacombs of London.
Repeat. The fireworks are live.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that...
RDX nitrogen, enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
Nobody. Damn.
They've staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
Get beat up. Oh my. This whole place about to blow. That open. Up to there we go.
Right in the House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government.
Oh, that was easy. There.
I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly I'm locked out.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake.
Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door. Shit. Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long is this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck.
They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Eyes peeled. They're here. All's well here. What's next? Eyes open. Help! I'm here.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
Please, I need help!
Moving to investigate.
Go.
Confirm the
Have a look
suspect's
around.
last visual contact. Copy that. Moving to cover!
No!
That's it. I'm ending this. You, stop!
No!
Nice.
Going to find cover!
Memorial?
Shit! I need help!
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
Damn.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up...
Boom.
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa.
What the?
Well, what the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Now we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the Tone Conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down. Sabine!
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Our protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
Give yourself up! Need some cover! Moving in! Cover me!
Ah!
Find that suspect! Shit! It's just me! Investigating.
I'm going to investigate.
Last place I saw them. Check it out.
Dumbass.
Where are you? Okay. Bingo.
Yay!
No.
Well done, Dalton Wolf. I'm impressed.
The fuck are you?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work? Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The Plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. Zero Day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my God.
Well, permanent dev deemed matter. Watch Dogs Legion, people. Amazing first mission.
Moments ago, a series of explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected...
This evening, mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families, and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser-focused on bringing the...
Today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec, the terrorist group responsible. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Top corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Getting a long overdue cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down, following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton...
Londoners. As Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs, thanks to the deployment...
Fake news outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated. Possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few...
To reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply do not support any other story.
That's a cool loading screen. A brave new world.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I say they should all be lined up
climb on
and
the walls.
shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat.
Damn, I spent forever.
Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colors. It's terrifying to think we harbored such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on.
Oh,
do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone.
I just killed our spider.
They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared, harness us with mind control, suck every last ounce of usefulness out of us, and even in death they'll sell off our bodies.
And what do you suggest we do, Crypto King?
Go underground.
Fire the laser.
Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank you to all of our callers today, and thank you for tuning in and scouting for the truth along with me. Next week, Buccaneer Radio will be diving into the Albion Corporation. Just who are these men and women being paid lucrative amounts for the city's defense? Are they protecting us? Protecting London? Or someone else's interests? See you next week, fellow pirates. Claire Waters out.
As the mechanic spider hunters his prey. I don't know. Tried to turn into a arachnid documentary. Edition. Going up. Okay, stop playing around. Victory jump! Victory jump again! Oh. You get packed balloons. Searching her contacts.
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. But there's a candidate.
Damn, deported.
Looks like you're DedSec's best hope.
Okay, we got people to play as now. Gabriella Rula, fitness instructor. Take less damage. Nah. Fergie or Freddie. Fergery? I don't know English names. Mars. discharged from armed forces for insubordination, has a P9 semi-automatic pistol. Catherine Petal, musician, creates fake coupons, loyalty card, closing discount. Sam Mullock, whatever that last name, esports competitor, approached by Albion after hacking MMO servers. CTO's drone summoned. Maria Wright wrote 5-star reviews of the Earl's Fortune pub. Tough drunk takes less damage. Walter Griffin's banker has a private phone line to the police commissioner. Police contact, shortened time arrested. Nikki Cowan, babysitter, banned for life from London Zoo. What kind of babysitter has an MP5 submachine gun? Oh, and you read this. I'll keep it up there for y'all to read. Okay, here's a new one for me to read. Rowan McDonald, orderly, works in Children's Hospital overseas. Priority care, certain time, injury time. Sir, that's a lovely looking Halloween-esque shirt. By the way, happy Halloween. It was yesterday. Actually, a few hours ago, but same thing. You can read that if you want to. Oh my god, great Mohawk lady. Christine Hampton. Brista cited for kneeing Albion guard in the groin. Oh my god, good girl. Albion vendetta. Strict fraction damage. Vince Gainage, entertainer, failed motorcycle license test. Personal bike. I'm not even trying to pronounce that bike. Cool looking though. Nah, that's a cool looking car. Kimberly Roberts, filmmaker, recently purchased a $200,000 sports car. Jeez. This guy looks like a movie villain. Hashin, last name I don't know. Blockchain specialist, runs hackers forums on dark web. Fast hacking. All right. Danielle Gleason. You related to Jackie Gleason. Playwright. Oh, I forgot to give y'all the. Yeah. Former Choreographer. G6 data plan. Fast downloads. Okay. Igor Plummer. Former union representative. Weapon. Wrench. Emma Davisi, body piercer, posted review on National Gallery Pure Wank. Weapon crowbar. Light. I'm gonna go with the babysitter. Cause she got MB5. I usually don't play as women in video games. I'm not sexist or anything, I just don't. For a male character to look at. Anyway, we're gonna go with her. We're basically playing as a badass babysitter. I am Nikki Cohen. Hire me. I will protect your kids with my life. Let's begin. Welcome to the Resistance, Nikki Cohen. You'll be the first member of DedSec. Continue growing your team and recruiting your members. Nice.
Conface!
Here we got an awesome looking loading screen again. It's like an inside of a TV or something. Literally looks like my TV's broken at the moment. Which it ain't. Don't worry about it. Good looky, girl.
Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Fine, whatever.
Fine, whatever. I'm bloody, I don't give a crap. This car's just sitting here, I'm taking it. You got auto drive and you got handbrake. Do you control the speeding? Oh, I'm sorry about your vehicle. But anyway, driving that. Don't mind if I do. Thanks for the Aston Martin and no local driving. Oh, I am so sorry. She's dead, ain't she? Oh yeah, she's dead. He's playing Ghost Recon, and it has a square button as the getting in vehicle and getting out vehicle. Is it either a Jaguar or an Aston Martin? I can't tell. Oh, drifted. It's a nice range logo. looking vehicle. We've got a old Rolls Royce, a weird looking car, an ambulance, a taxi, Audi looks like. I don't know what that thing is. Oh, you can manji it. A front-wheel drive out, Aston Martin. Interesting. Let's park it up. What are you blowing at? I don't care if my car's in the middle of the road. You know what? Go back. Can't do anything.
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
So if I get past this manual override, does that make me DedSec? Hello?
Can't do anything for right now for some reason. Oh, I see why. Alright, let's rotate this. And then let's... Can't leave that still. Let's rotate this. Lock that. Lock that. Rotate that. Lock that. There you go.
I'll see you downstairs later then.
Opens up me.
This is it, isn't it? Yo, someone here? Oh shit, there's no power.
Yeah, I see that. Just look at these mannequins for a minute. This one's showing people how it feels. Actually, they're all... Actually, no, they're not. I'd say they're all showing how everybody... how they feel. I look like I'm playing a horror game. Pick up. Why?
From the Buccaneer, this is the Bug. Hello, Resistors, it's Bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went, probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona or Bayern Munich. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I don't know. I think they're probably right. Who has the opportunity to commit violent crime these days anyway? The moment you pick up a fruit knife, you get tasered by a robot policeman and deported for looking Bulgarian. It's a much more peaceful society. It's just much less of a society.
I want to know the details of the contracts, Alice. I mean, are they paid per dissident duffed up? Is it a set rate for each extrajudicial state mugging? And what is that rate? What do you think?
Well, they certainly look like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? Is it 99.95 cryptos bargain? Seems very reasonable indeed. I imagine they don't ask too much anyway, because it's just so nice to get paid for doing your hobby anyway, isn't it? I imagine it doesn't even feel like work.
I mean, who needs violent crime anymore anyway? You know, you can just starve to death without even starting a gang war.
We do have to ask exactly what does the Prime Minister make of all this. Let's ask him. Oh, I hope they pick up. Hello, you're through to number 10 Downing Street. Hello, is the Prime Minister there, please? Let me just check. Sorry, you've missed him. I'm afraid he's popped out for the decade. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Yes, of course. There's a shady cabal of vested interests who control him and prop him up in power. Great, I'll have a chat with them then.
Oh, Andy, remember when you'd get away with prank calls without people coming round to your house to beat the shit out of you?
Oh, happy time.
You're listening to The Bug.
Did you think the Prime Minister will ever come back?
I don't think we've ever had a Prime Minister.
Well, that's a much more reassuring way of looking at things. What have we become, Alice? When you look at the state of our politics, we're supposed to have the mother of parliaments. Well, this is one mother that has emphatically abandoned her kids in the woods to be brought up by wolves. And let me tell you, that never works out like it does in the stories. Wolves are bad parents, unless you're a wolf, in which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. And do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? Oh, I think we've basically just become a homeopathic Britain. Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on The Bug this week, a new feature, the Bug Off feature. The person who has most irritated us in Britain this week, we're going to tell to bug off. And to get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel. Nigel Cass. Look, this is Britain. History tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess historically there is a precedent, the East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250,000 soldiers, which is a lot for a company. The Bug PLC has Alice with a water pistol, but crucially, compared with Albion, the East India Company didn't operate its 250,000 strong army in London. It did it a long way away, out of sight, out of mind. Anyone to nominate for the Bug Off, Alice?
I think today's Bug Off for me goes to my streaming service. I'm sick of being recommended things based on things I already like. The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in a nude commune. Andy, I watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys nude competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in the corner and cry.
That's it from The Bug. Don't forget the live show that is so secret it is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. And definitely do not tell anyone not to come to it. It's definitely not happening. Usual time and place. Bye-bye.
Well, that was interesting. And funny. Kelly. Error. SIRS. Albion and... what's this?
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer...
Oh, I already watched that. I listened to it. Not watched it. Okay. Damn, lady, can you walk even faster? Oh, pick it up. Grab it. Got it.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every Optic device. Whether you're using the Optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your Optic from Bloom's central command center, and it was first created by Skye Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours, and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse, they didn't understand anything, and Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your Optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom's surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I'd prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI systems work. Or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumors around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they could actually make it do.
Interesting. Alright, now we can get down to the meat and potatoes of where we're at. The end. Never mind, oh, what's that? Sorry, I get very easily distracted.
Oh,
floppy disk. Cool. I haven't seen one of them in years.
I've got something.
Coming up today on The Upload, we're talking about Skye Larson, the enigmatic founder of Broker Tech. Everyone knows her name, but no one knows too much about her. And we only really see her these days as a hologram. She was pretty young when she launched Broker Tech, the company that is best known for introducing Bagley to the world. Nowadays, it's hard to remember a world before Bagley.
And I think that what Skye Larson's done with Bagley is absolutely incredible. Bagley is the most advanced, significant AI of our time, and it's really blown all the other AIs that were created out of the water.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine the Optic without it. But what do you know about Skye Larson herself?
Not a lot, other than that she's actually pretty incredible. I've followed her work for a long time, and she's always been a pretty private person. I know that she supposedly grew up in the countryside, but there isn't actually that much more we know about her other than this tech that she's put out into the world.
I've always found it a bit creepy that she's so obsessed with this idea of transhumanism.
Why wouldn't you be? When you've got a mind as amazing as Sky's, why wouldn't you want to take what you've got and actually augment it by working with technology, by improving your physical self, changing your body and the world around you, implementing more technology to extend your life and really sort of extend human capabilities?
You sound pretty much in love with Skye Larson, I have to say.
I can't comment on that, but I am a big fan of her work. She's been one of these people that has transformed the world around us, and just watching how her mind works from afar is pretty incredible, because some of what the technology she's introduced has changed how we all live our lives, and Bagley has been this really incredible assistance to humanity as a whole. Did I ever tell you that I actually interviewed Skye Larson once?
Really? I thought she never spoke to the media or anything.
So this was a long time ago, back in the day when she was a little bit more accessible. And she was one of these people that just had an amazing presence. You were inspired by her very being, and she was just incredibly talented and knowledgeable, and one of possibly the best living people that I've ever met.
I'm not sure you're being too objective there. I mean, I imagine she's not very likable as a person.
She obviously despises humanity in some way. I think she believes that becoming data is preferable to being human. She's one of these people who's extremely methodical in everything that she does, and she does everything to perfection and really tries to change the world around her and make it a better place for us to live in.
If you say so.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, I have a problem. I like this more.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me. And it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The system network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Bloom CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad, though. It's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks. Not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worse than human drivers sometimes.
The technology was meant to make things better, but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Bloom and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
So yeah, really a pig mask. Interesting.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what they don't want you to know. I'm Tash, and this time we're giving a special shout out from us to the boys and girls at the Signal and Intelligence Response Service, better known as SIRS. Why not? They're going to be listening anyway. They're listening to everything. They probably know that you're listening to this show right now, but don't worry. We're not going to say anything bad about a massive, unaccountable spy organization that uses its powers to stifle dissent and shut down free speech. Instead, we're going to look at how SIRS became so powerful. And as usual, we'll keep everyone's names and locations secret, so SIRS doesn't come looking for them. Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democratic media in post-communist states. How did it go so wrong in Britain?
You know, we're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's been used and manipulated. And what we haven't looked at is the power structures and the profit that lies behind this. For example, if we examine what actually happened, you know, there's a company that's really very interested in selling passports and making it easy to provide visas for investment and so on. And historically, throughout the world, they've been working with this big data manipulation company in order to overthrow governments. And then suddenly all the chickens came home to roost. Nobody could find any receipts for what was paid for. Nobody could figure out how things were done, but everybody had a feeling that something really stunk, and they couldn't figure it out. And yet it was standing there in their face the whole time. There's a couple of different ways that we got where it is that we are. I mean, one, you have a lot of smaller organizations, smaller power groups, companies as well, who are bending things just a little. Oh, we'll compromise a little bit, we'll bend the rules a little bit, and try to achieve what it is that we hope to achieve that's good for us. And if you add all of that up, what you end up with is a big wall moving in a big way from a lot of little buttons being pushed. But also there's this other thing that's going on here is the gathering of data and the analysis of data has authoritarianism contained within its DNA. It is by its nature a tool for authoritarianism, and it has been used in that way.
How does big data look into our lives? James covered it for the pre-crisis press.
We're starting to see the merger of private data and that with data held by the state into what are called social credit systems. This is where every aspect of your behaviour is monitored and totted up by a central system to sort of score you as a person, a bit like a credit card, but predicated on all of your behaviour rather than just the money you're spending. And this can have profound impact. We're starting to see systems emerge which will punish you and stop you from doing things in society based on your behaviours. And this can be as trivial as if you jaywalk, if you cross the road in the wrong place, you might lose points. If you do some community activities or help your neighbours, you might earn points. And then this can be used to sort of evaluate you as a person. And this could mean, for example, the travel privileges, being able to travel first class or being denied from travelling first class to not being allowed to travel at all. These systems are very real and very possible because of all of the data that is now held on us.
Ian was a veteran political writer and podcaster back in the days of pre-crisis Britain.
Is the world we're living in now fascist? Well, this is what fascism is. It is the complete and total control of the individual. the desire to basically say to the individual, nothing in your life matters. On an individual basis, you are now part of the whole, part of the nation, and the only meaning that you will find in your life is to become part of the nation. What is a nation? A nation doesn't mean anything, right? The nation is basically just encapsulated by the leader that takes over, that claims that he, has this sort of access to the soul of the country, to the soul of the people. He never does. It's just a myth. But that's what they go for. And on that basis, they take the right to control every aspect of your life, from who you talk to where you eat, to where you go to hang out with your friends. And what we're seeing now is a contemporary iteration of this process where you get corporations and the state operating in tandem, basically molded into one another. But that isn't that rare. I mean, you saw exactly the same thing in Nazi Germany. You look at the concentration camps that operated in Nazi Germany, there were private companies in those camps making use of that slave labor. Fascism often works with corporations, and it's doing the same now. That's the way in which they track what you do. That's the way in which they track who you talk to. They operate as each other's proxies.
So if your ears are burning and you think someone might be watching you, you're probably right. They're watching all of us. I'm Tash, and you've been listening to Buccaneer. Keep listening, keep sharing the show, and keep it encrypted. They're watching us, but we're watching them too. This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Bloom so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you are able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Like, data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from how much power do you use in your house and how much water do you use in your house. In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
If technology brings out the worst in capitalism, capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Senior academic Alfie tells us how big business repurposes big data.
Historically, what's happened, of course, is that people have traded their privacy for their convenience as smartphones and other kinds of technology came in and became mass-consumed, mass-used items and technological objects. Gradually, people were so attracted to the affordances of these technologies that privacy kind of retreated into the background and into a state we've got now where it's essentially gone. Having this access to this data makes huge tech companies like Bloom so much more powerful than they would be otherwise, and not just in the obvious ways. Of course, there's a lot of worry and fear over what they can do with the data. They can track anyone, find anyone, see what every individual is doing at any point in time. But I think there's even deeper reasons why this data empowers these huge companies to control our society and make us do things. So lots of predictive technologies which are implemented by these tech giants. It's not only interested in knowing what we're going to do, but influencing the patterns of our movement. So technologies might suggest routes to use in the city,
places to go, restaurants to go to, cafes to go to, music to listen to. And these suggestions are not just predicting what we might like to do, they're actually influencing the way citizens move, think, eat, meet, and use their city as a space. So London has become a place where a small group of surveillance capitalist companies like Bloom can control the movements of individuals and orchestrate the way they move around their city and the way they essentially live, the things they do, the things they enjoy, and the life they lead. So we're really kind of outsourcing our decision-making, I would say, to a huge corporate capitalist company, and there's something very, very scary about that indeed. All these technologies can be used to not only influence us to act as the perfect consumer, but also to prevent us from doing radical and revolutionary things. So technologies in foreign nations that have been used are things like heat map features which show where populations are gathering. In-game rewards can be offered to people to take different routes, things like that. Traffic data can be manipulated to prevent people gathering and protesting, as has happened in some of the authoritarian regimes across the world recently. So what we're looking at is not only a set of technologies which make people behave as ideal consumers, but ones which actually can be put to use to prevent radical and disruptive behavior in the city, which limits the power of any kind of revolutionary force.
So, if you thought you had a private life, get used to it. You don't. And we're not going to reclaim our lives without a fight. I'm Tash, and you've been listening to Buccaneer, keeping the resistance informed. Keep listening, keep fighting, and remember, nobody owns you but you.
That is correct, people. Don't let anybody control your life. You are your life.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the Optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the Optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the Optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the Optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the Optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my old paper passport just to travel somewhere. Also, I thought that Optic's marketing strategy, making it free for people, was a stroke of genius.
Genius. Bloom was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans. That definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's just the worst because you had to give up your privacy expectations and accept surveillance. It was almost like the government and Bloom didn't even need to make the Optic mandatory. Making it mandatory was only to get the last holdouts across the line. If free data didn't convince you, fines and arrests from the state for not having the Optic would pretty much be enough.
I mean, what do you mean by privacy problems? No one really talks about that anymore.
They don't talk about it because we don't have any choice when it comes to the optic. Yes, it's convenient and mandatory, but everybody's forgotten what it really means. Here, you've got a whole company owning basically all the data about your life. Bloom can see everything that you can see. Nothing is private anymore. There are so many times when I don't want anyone to have a clue about where I am, who I'm chatting with, what I'm doing. It's not even dodgy stuff, but I just don't want anybody to blackmail me with this in the future by hacking it. And because of Bloom's contracts with the government, it isn't just Bloom that can see everything I do, it's the government. The UK as a state has become a complete surveillance paradise.
I think you're painting a bit of a bleak picture. It's not all that bad.
No, you're completely wrong on this. I don't want everybody tracking me wherever I'm going around London.
Well, in that case, you might be interested in some rumours I heard. Did you hear that some DedSec hackers have found a way to bypass the optics connection with Bloom?
Are they actually making it better or usable or actually friendly for anybody?
Well, word on the street is that they've been able to create an encrypted signal, which means that your world might have a chance of becoming a bit more private again, so you could go back and enjoy all the great things about Optic without that fear of surveillance.
With the Optic, privacy's dead.
Sounds like, they said it's right in front of you. Sounds like that episode of Futurama where, moms that had, took over some kind of phone company and you get some kind of implant in your brain and, the screen's right in front of you when it comes out. I don't know. Let me know what people think about that. Weird. Anyway, let's get to starting of this again.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Look, bruv, you got a problem? Take it out with Sabine. She sent me.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
About the heck of, turn on this super computer to the world. Okay.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London? Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
So tell me, Bagley, if DedSec wasn't behind them bombings, then who was?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Okay.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Gunned down? Shit, how'd you make it out?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
They're doing a proper crackdown on DedSec here. Listen, I'm on your side, yeah? Believe me. But I don't want to get got, know what I mean?
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
I say, let's resist.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit.
Don't look naked to you. Oh. He meant the gun. Tech points can be found through London. You use them to purchase tech points. Gadgets and weapons. Purchase techs in the menu. Tech menu to update and upgrade gadgets, weapons, and hacks. Equip the tech to change the operative weapon or gadget. Use the edit function in the tech team menu. Purchase tech in the available to all operatives. Got it. I can either get the spider bot, AR cloak, chase attack drone, which I can't get right now. Can't get out of here. Electro fist. Oh, I knew that was coming out. Okay, sorry. Let's get the spider bot.
We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is...
I'll be right down. Could use the warm-up.
Let's start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. You'll want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. Whoa. Just like that. You're getting it. Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. You're getting it. Couldn't have done that better myself.
Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
Sabine gal, how the fuck do we even begin?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
No shit. Albion stays in power if everyone's scared of being rounded up, or fucking shot.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
Yeah, I'm game.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Play some darts with me, yeah?
Sure, why not?
Fine. Do as you like. This does not end well for you, my friend.
Seriously, what is going on? Can't believe this is happening. No, thank you.
This shit again. But it made me feel much better.
Can't believe this is happening.
Everything about you is disgusting.
Can't believe this is happening. I'm not gonna let my blood boil over this situation.
Killer! Voting will not fix this. Turkeys do not vote for Christmas. Just calm down.
What?
I think we should all just relax.
Oh, son off.
Your father was a smelly fart, and you were a piece of shit. You don't want to listen. Fine. Whatever.
People are trying my patience. I refuse to put up with this. Really?
Is this a joke?
Hey,
sort of
don't
customary
ignore
inside
me.
of the building and wait to follow somebody in.
I refuse to put up with
That's
this.
what I saw. A little paper photo. Coming down. Did you show your barber a picture of an ass and say, look this, please? Laughing and talking. I think it was a race, but they didn't care who won.
Come on. You got to be joking. I just can't handle this right now.
Just calm down. I got caught in the rain. Just take a deep breath.
Seriously?
Killer!
Who the fuck do you think you are?
You have the face of a stupid disease. I remember the short time I got locked up. If I see a gun, I will call the police.
Why does this always bloody happen? It's unacceptable. No.
This city is a shithole. Why am I even here?
Can't believe this is happening.
You look like dog shit. Fuck dog shit. I think it was a race, but they didn't seem to care who won. They did that for an hour, racing them up and down. No umbrella. They didn't care that it was raining.
Why is this happening?
It's
unacceptable.
It's just a stupid game.
The crowd goes wild.
Always bloody happen.
I think we should all just relax. Whoa, just be cool, okay?
It's fucking fantastic. Don't fucking coddle me.
Oi, darts. What'd you say, fam?
What do you expect to come from?
I'm not gonna let my blood boil over this situation. I refuse to put up with this. No, thank you.
What the fuck? Hey,
you so stupid. Hey, I said hey.
Did you get dressed in the dark or something?
unacceptable. I just can't handle this right now.
Whoa! I can't say no. I mean, gay, they're dogs. Who could? But now it's like I think we should all just relax. What I don't get is... Just ask your fantastic.
I don't need your bloody help.
Your mother was a dog, and your father fucked the dogs. Okay. Remember this. What happens next? At least I tried.
Seriously, what is going on? I can't believe this is happening. No, no, no!
Hey,
what have I here?
Why am I even here?
I refuse to put up with this.
Everything about you is disgusting. But it made me feel much, much better.
Fuck me.
Come on. You've got to be joking. I just can't handle this right now.
Hey, chill out. You think that politicians want to fix anything? Everything right now is great for politicians. Just take all power, no accountability.
No, Ross Club.
Don't fucking call me. Go home and suck your dick, you inbred trash.
Whatever.
Yes, and that, my friend, is how it's done.
Whatever.
I just can't handle this right now. I refuse to put up with this. Really?
What the fuck is this?
That is disgusting.
That's weird. Don't be weird.
They did that for an hour, racing them up and down, up and down. They didn't care that it was raining. This was a long time ago, but I remember. You got a problem? It was the only time I was like, I got caught in the rain.
I have better places to be anyway.
Fuck up on it. Step back.
I can smell your foul breath.
Wicked!
Fine, I'm going. Cam? Just put the piece away. Alright? Free.
That's fantastic.
Done. Why does this always bloody happen?
not machines! People, not machines! Yes! This police is walking on the street! We need it to work! Fuck the government!
Yes, get in. Well, yeah.
Voters are workers!
I love it. Awesome. You're awesome.
Save our fucking jobs!
Tests are dangerous for civilians and have the potential to turn violent.
All right, let's just say this is physical coordination training. I'll keep track of your score.
Fuck. Oh, bloody hell. Damn it. Fuck. Oh, bloody hell. Damn it. Fuck. Damn it. Oh, bloody hell.
Okay, yeah, go by what leg it is.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, no stopping this, Jan. Now that is what I'm talking about.
Start again. What the? Okay.
Damn it.
Oh my god. Not on the arm. Oh, hit these buttons.
Oh, bloody hell.
Okay, L1.
Damn it. Fuck. Damn it. Brah, fucking hectic, innit? Rolling. Keep it going.
Building a resistance group requires operatives with specialized skills. Technical abilities, firearms handling, and physical training are all valuable. Bare-knuckle boxing rings are a good place to find people who are good at throwing punches, or taking them. By defeating each opponent in an arena, you'll have an opportunity to face its best fighter. Prove your physical superiority, and they may consider joining DedSec. I'm guessing that's some sort of primate society thing. All right, you're here. Let's find the thing. Getting close.
Just come over and take it. Come on, I've got good odds. Just come over and face it.
Hey, you like bare knuckle? You think you're tough, don't you? You know why we fight here, in Slaughterhouse?
Why?
Because you're gonna be cut up like a piece of meat. You dare take on our champion, he will butcher you. I'm eager to watch.
Is anyone here interested in making a bit of money?
Come right in, show.
Oh, I can taste the tension in here. Our fighters are ready, are you? Well, you better be. Bets are closed and we're ready to roll.
The fuck are you? You're nothing, that's what.
Just like a proper live highlight reel. Whoa, that ain't look like it fucking hurt. Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell. Now that's entertainment and one massive blow to our fighter. Oh, they're gonna feel that hit in the morning if they wake up. Place your bets, fight lovers. Here they come. Purveyors of violence and mayhem. They're poised.
Knock your teeth out of your fucking head.
Holding and steady. Get on your feet and let them hear it. Almost knocked their teeth right out. Oh shit! Could that be the win right now? But fucking wild blow! Oh my god!
Get ready, this.
A solid hit! That's the shit we like to see. Am I right, people, or what? Oh shit! And that's a solid blow there. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fighter. Are you watching at home, online, on the street? Are you here live to feel the heat, the sweat, the blood? Wherever you are, this is the most exciting thing you'll see all day. They're getting murdered in there. Oh my god! What absolutely disgusting it is! Oh shit! What absolutely disgusting blow! That's right. You know him, you love him. His old man was a fighter and his gaffer. He's here with a ton to prove and representing his yobs. Let's hear it.
Oh, okay. All you people get whipped by a girl.
Look at this guy.
Really?
think you're hard enough? Man's gonna knock you sh...
And that's a hit! One for the record books! Unbelievable blow! Don't know how anyone will come back from that!
You know who I am? I fucking run these ends, bruv.
Fucking wild blow! Oh my god! Boom! Now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fight. Just like a proper live highlight reel. They're getting murdered in there. And they're down. Did you see all that on the live stream? Almost knocked their teeth right out. Now that's entertainment. And one massive blow to our fighter. Did you all see that monster hit on the stream? Fucking hell! I didn't bet on the wrong fighter. That's how it goes in BKL. Expect the unexpected.
Tickets, drinks, everybody in the end to come out. Some hench blokes
hacker. Immobilizing the suspect. Please respond. Approaching with caution. Over. Where did they go? Shit! Come in, dispatch. Drones are en route to suspect. No visual of target. Ending pursuit. Over.
This doesn't need to get out of control.
Well, that's got a few bolts loose. Oh, shit! Please!
This is nice.
Criminal offense.
Think you should cut him a little slack. At the end of it all, it's only a few quid, isn't it? It's just the poor bastard's had a tough life. And desperate circumstances tend to make desperate people. I'm not saying that excuses anything, but it does explain something. I don't think we really make many choices as we think. But I suppose you could disagree. Bastard hard to get your hands on a phone. These days, you just need to know someone with one of those 3D printers. It's gotta be a lot. And you need a high quality and all that. Still seems a bit simple, doesn't it? Can't imagine the police rest too easy. Though I suppose that's all account the mercenaries.
Not my concern. Oh no! No!
to the hostiles' location. Over.
GBB, first on the scene, first to bring you the news.
I had them! Where did they go?
Control, put out an APW. Target is gone.
Turn around and exit the area right now. Moron. Stand back, do not interfere. Bastard.
Watch where you go.
Piss off.
Not bode well. What?
Drone spinning out.
Nice. But it's missing something.
The demands of being a DedSec operative are all-consuming, so taking app gigs is a good way to make some extra quid that works around your new schedule. Lots of people will pay well to have their sensitive packages handled with care, and some will even pay you for deliveries. Ha ha!
Cool.
Well, I certainly hope you're paid well for the risk you've just assumed.
All units, I say again, all units, we have reports of a hostile in your area. Over. Control, we've received the call. Over.
They're through the checkpoint.
Negative. No sign of the target yet. Target has cleared the checkpoint. Over.
Terminating the search. Control. Put out an APW.
Finally out of my hands.
What's this? I've got to catch this.
Well, I certainly hope you paid well for the risk you... Mr. Hume?
Oh shit, that's taking a knock.
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
Received. Moving in hostiles direction. Negative. No sign of suspect. Over.
Put a stop to this. Units fall back. Over.
All in a day's work, eh?
Can you get any closer? I'll shove harder.
Yes, nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
What now?
You need to steal information about Albion's plans. That'll give us what we need to really put the hurt on their operations.
Get out!
Go.
Auto drive now enabled.
Albion have established an operational base in the Royal Court of Justice.
Oh, fucking bro. So now Albion can nick anyone they like and get the courts to put them away for as long as they want. What kind of justice is that?
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why. We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
Piece of idiot.
for brains. Fucking twat.
Can't be serious.
Are you always such an idiot?
That was strange. Just surrender. Bloody fool. Dumbass.
What you got, Bagsy?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the fuck?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards... Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
Give me the location.
Yeah, sure.
Hello.
Yeah,
Happy to see you.
Wouldn't mind, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much, yeah?
Word is you needing some help. What's the deal?
You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion? Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
Yeah, we got her, don't we? Otherwise, Albion's gonna turn the country into a PMC dictatorship. So what's up?
Almost got clip finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
You ain't wrong, fam.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? What people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
Got us a plan. Let's go, yeah?
Albion's operational plans are just what we needed to really get some traction. We'll have to take a close look at this. Now, how do we take King's Cross offline?
Albion's housed up. Getting to that generator ain't gonna be easy. They've locked it up tighter since I last saw.
Any bright ideas?
My news drones are still in here. They should be functional. You can use one of them. Probably have better luck piloting it too, yeah?
No new crimes reported for the immediate area.
Well, causing a power surge in a hybrid-powered generator isn't like making a toasty. We're going to need detailed specifications.
Well, let's go. See if we find anything. Wait, check this out.
Cool. Bloody complicated. Newsy's got a pretty functional camera. Would a picture do you, Bagley?
It would indeed. According to this, there's an override code that'll get us into the generator's system. That's it. Use the code on the generator and I can trigger a power surge.
There should be enough to take King's Cross offline. And the rail system too.
Here we go.
We got a gold mine of information out of St. Pancras. Albion convoys, informants, gear, you name it. Everything we need to ignite the people of London, like we did in Camden. Derail Albion's operations and give the people a reason to rise up, borough by borough. The more we do that, the more we'll get allies flocking to the cause. We'll show London that DedSec is here for them.
That was off the chain, mate. Knew DedSec weren't the bad guys Albion was saying. Now the rest of Camden will too. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Now that you've shown the borough what DedSec is really all about, there are going to be folks wanting to join up. A lot of people have been looking for a way to fight back. In fact, there's one in particular I suspect will contact you very soon. I happen to know they're champing at the bit.
Now that's what I like to hear. The resistance is growing, brah!
Well, fuck me, you're still alive. I also been a tenor. Not only that, but your resistance handiwork just opened up a whole new source of information. So now I spy with my hypothetical eye something interesting at the Ministry of Civic Management.
What is it?
The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
Oh, so I am able to recruit this one. Okay.
What's his deal, Bagsy?
Looks like he's a marked man. Clan Kelly put a bounty on his head.
Why?
He's an underground bare-knuckle boxer, and he's more dangerous and bloodthirsty than a mosquito with malaria. He managed to take down a mob-backed favourite in his last match. Now they're sending out an enforcer to make sure he never wins again.
Man, roadies like them don't like a fair fight, innit? Get me a line on this enforcer, Bags.
Already done.
I want the tongue. get so mad? Lousy maggots.
The enforcer we're after is here, currently assaulting some other poor cunt that pissed off the Kellys. If you take them out, our boxer friend may live to fight another day. There's the target.
Hey, what are you doing? Over here. Please, help! Get off me! That son of a bitch! Over here!
Not worth it.
Help!
There, that takes care of the immediate mortal peril. Now scarp her or they'll kill you for sure. Now she owes us. I'm impressed. That wasn't a total disaster.
What's your problem?
Let's find this bellend.
British, no thanks.
I'm not seeing anyone. Clear here. I'm gonna check somewhere else.
I'm freezing. I'm so fucking freezing. I can't...
GBB. First on the scene, first to bring...
DedSec saving the fucking day. It's like we're proper heroes.
Don't break out the tiny party hats just yet. We might have bought our boxer some time, but once Clan Kelly finds out what happened, they'll almost certainly want revenge. Suggest you warn him.
On my way.
all fucking me. You again.
You might want to hurry. I'm detecting some Clan Kelly movement in the area.
Hey, no time to explain. You're in serious danger.
What do you mean?
Clan Kelly's fucking pissed you won your last bout. Cost them enough dosh, they want you murked. We already jacked the first pagan they sent, but trust, there's plenty more on the way.
No problem. I'm always ready to crack some skulls.
Nah, fam, there's too many coming. You couldn't fight them all by yourself. Look, find somewhere to hide, alright? We'll keep them busy as long as we can.
Right. Whoever you are, thank you. I'll owe you for this.
Enemies incoming.
All ready? All right, let's go. Over here. This is bad.
What are you waiting for? Do it!
That does it. Get somewhere safe so we can contact our fighter.
You okay?
I can barely feel my legs, but yeah, I'm all right. Next time Clan Kelly tries something with me, they won't be so lucky.
Hey, our squad always needs new blood. You in?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
No wonder it was that.
Yo, you need something? Patch me through to someone in a bit.
Albion guards are permitted to use lethal force when necessary.
Yep, that makes sense.
Oh no! Oh no! What do I do? Oh my! What happened to you? Fuck!
Unmade fountain.
Right, we definitely don't have anything more important to do.
Oh, bloody hell. Fuck. Oh, bloody hell. Fuck.
started sort of like dancing, and I was like, sure, makes sense. Never swallowed to be on the pool. But then, I had some saying to him about how fucking the best life was eventually. So I'm back in the blood, like, why is it? I know this is huge fucking.
You look like you could stand up and fight for these streets.
Perfect timing, actually. I'm looking for someone who can find ways into places they're probably not supposed to be. Think you can help?
What, you planning to do some B&E?
I'll send you the coordinates now. There's a specific file I need you to get.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, no worries.
He got a bug up his ass or something.
I, for one, am intrigued by his mysterious aura, and I know literally everything, so that's saying something. I'll pass along the coordinates if you'd like to take on his request. The coordinates point to a server in the vicinity. The file our friend was talking about must be stored on it.
Got it.
further instructions. Over. Please advise on new detention protocol. Law's true. Finally, I get some things by their
There it is. You can hack in from there.
Run a search. Make it quick.
Moving on.
Drone, initiate search. ATL unsuccessful. Circling back.
I just keep thinking, what's the point, you know? You care about someone, you think they're a friend, and one day they just stop answering your texts.
Drone, begin a search.
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
Nothing to report. Checking elsewhere. Fucker could be anywhere. Area's clear. Continuing the search.
Clear. Keep moving.
I've got a bullet with your name on it.
Just doing something. Dipshit.
Look around. No stone unturned. Don't perform a search.
Bloody brats. You need a hand here? Fuck me!
You shouldn't be here.
What you got, Bagsy?
More GPS coordinates. Seems we're on a bit of a scavenger hunt. I put the odds at about even we find a corpse at some point.
Interesting. Give me the location.
Let's get this little shit. Drone, perform a search.
Yeah, moving on. Checking elsewhere.
Fuck! They're up and vanished.
Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation.
Bastard shooting! God, oh God! Right, sir. I'm taking a look.
Sending location on a 1033. Advised conditions.
I think the suspect gave us a slip. Call it in.
for suspicious behavior. All criminal offenders, investigation underway.
Sierra 4-2, this is Control. An alarm has been activated near you.
We're not clear
Survey
yet.
the area.
Checking by the alarm. Drone, initiate search protocol.
If you can, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, honestly, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be fantastic. I wish I understood the
A security assessment will take place at 10 a.m. this Friday. Compliance by all residents is mandatory.
all units. Possible hostiles near your location. Responding to the call. Over.
Negative. No visual of the suspect.
Control, we're heading back. Over.
There's no...
Scanning the area for suspicious behavior. Keep your hands and arms inside your vehicle at all times.
Suspect reported in your area. Potentially armed and hostile.
Got it. Watch for hostiles, people.
Control, suspect is through the checkpoint. Over.
Here.
Correction, you're almost there. The exact coordinates point to a spot on the roof.
Oh, piss off.
Go on, up you get.
Can anyone see the suspect? Search units, disengage. This search is pointless.
How did I get here? I never imagined I'd have nothing left. Can't call anyone. Don't have anywhere to stay. It's terrible.
Whatever this is. Oi, what's your fucking problem? Oi, big man.
I'm not looking for trouble.
Look at that.
Not my eyes,
No, no, no. Pecker. Idiot. What? Book?
fucking thing. Why you put do this for golden? They got an Albion. Oh, too bad. They just knocked the shit out of dude for no reason.
I thought you wouldn't bother coming up here. You're with DedSec. I've been watching you and like your style, DedSec.
Come on, I'm still waiting for you to tell me what's up.
Oh, sorry about this. I needed to make sure you were the real deal. Can't be too careful. Too many people now are all talk and no follow-through.
And?
I must admit, I'm impressed. DedSec lives up to its name. I want to join.
Sick. Welcome to the team, mate.
Whoa.
Alright people, I think it's going to be the end of this stream. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more Watch Dogs Legion, leave a like below. I'll see you next time. Peace.